2025 brought a huge amount of changes to the premium travel card space. It's honestly a broken record nowadays listing all the major changes. However, for those who may not know, this past year brought changes to practically every major travel card out there. The major ones being the changes of lounge access to the Capital One Venture X, as well as total refreshes coming to the Chase Sapphire Reserve and American Express Platinum card. Both refreshes bringing new annual fees and more coupons to cash in on monthly, quarterly, biannually, and even annually. With so many big changes, in order to stay up to date and make sure I am keeping the cards that make the most sense for me, it's time to take a look at the major travel card that I have, that being the Capital One Venture X, and see if it's still worth it for me going into 2026. Before we get into that, if you could please like the video and drop a comment. It really helps YouTube like the channel more and would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's get started. So let's take a look at the current state of the Capital One Venture X. It has a $395 annual fee and boasts annual credits like the $300 credit for travel booked through the Capital One portal, as well as an anniversary 10,000 Capital One mile bonus each cardholder anniversary. You'll also get an additional credit of $120 for TSA PreCheck and global entry. It comes with some pretty nice benefits as well, like Hertz President Circle, primary auto rental coverage, as well as travel protections like trip delay insurance and lost baggage reimbursement, as well as a few others. Now, the keen eye among you may have noticed that I left out a huge benefit that the Venture X comes with, and that I think is one of its biggest appeals, that being the lounge access. So let's talk about it. One of the major premium travel card changes that came this past year, when Capital One announced to its cardholders that come February 1st, 2026, the access to lounges for cardholders and authorized users and their guests was going to drastically change. The current lounge access is as it follows. Full access to Capital One lounges for primary cardholders and authorized users, as well as the ability for them to bring up to 2 guests per person. The primary cardholder and authorized users also get a priority pass membership, which allows unlimited access for the pass holder and 2 guests as well. As I'm sure you can see, for a card that is extremely easy to get a positive, effective annual fee from every year, this lounge access was totally overpowered. Many people knew this, and it was sort of a waiting to see when it would be nerfed sort of atmosphere around this card. Now that the time has come, let's see what the new terms are. Beginning February 1st, 2026, additional cardholders, including authorized users and account managers on the Venture X accounts, will not automatically have lounge access. Primary cardholders can pay an annual lounge access fee of $125 per additional cardholder to maintain their lounge access. This will grant additional cardholders access to Capital One lounges, Capital One landings, and participating priority pass lounges. You are now also limited to only 4 authorized users per card as well. So as you can see, in short, after February 1st this coming year, if you want to have your authorized users have the same access to lounges as the primary cardholder, you're now going to have to pay $520 annually for those privileges. This is a problem for a lot of people, including me, who may have been traveling with their family or with a significant other and wanted easy, no strings attached lounge access. I travel pretty much every time with my girlfriend, so this restricted access affects us directly. However, let's look at this a little deeper and see if it's really as bad as it seems. The card still comes with other annual travel credits, which are very easy to use and allow you to easily get $400 of yearly value from this card, meaning that if you don't include the value from the other benefits offered, you really only have about $120 to make up for to get that full $520 of annual value. This can easily be covered by $6,000 of spend on the card annually, earning you 12,000 Capital One miles valued at a minimum of 1 cent per point, then those being worth $120. For me, doing this would be fairly easy because this card is what I use as a catch-all card and my dedicated Costco card, given you can only use Visa credit cards at Costco, and the Venture X is a Visa Infinite card. Yearly, I spend a total of about $10,000 on groceries and catch-all expenses, so this wouldn't be too difficult for me, and in fact means I technically already get positive value if I was paying that $520. As you can see, from a purely number standpoint, I can still get positive value from this card. However, numbers aren't necessarily all that plays into this game. I need to ask myself, how often will I find myself at a Capital One lounge, especially given my home airport of Atlanta doesn't have a Capital One lounge in it. It does have a Priority Pass lounge, being the Club at Atlanta lounge. But compared to other Centurion and Sky Club lounges that the ATL airport is riddled with, it definitely leaves a lot to be desired. If I'm being honest with myself though, I'm just not sure I'm ready and willing to start paying for a card like the American Express Platinum card, where getting guaranteed value is slightly harder to do. I'm sure it's possible, it's just so much more legwork. Overall, for right now, it seems that with my spending habits on the Venture X, it may just end up keeping its spot in my lineup for the coming year. What I want you guys to take away from this video is that when it comes time, either the new year approaches or your card holder anniversary is coming up, you need to always be reevaluating. Even if you think you don't, you probably do, because it is easy to let one-time thoughts pass of, is this still worth it? Without really even diving much deeper than that to answer that question, honestly. So, long story short, never be afraid to reevaluate and cut cards out that don't serve you anymore. It's just not worth it in the long run. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the changes to the Venture X and whether you think that the card is still worth it to hold in the coming year. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.